Yang Berhormat Datuk Amar Douglas Uggah Embas, Deputy Chief Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to just welcome here the Deputy Chief Minister and congratulate you on your expanded portfolios on taking on new responsibilities as Second Minister of Finance, as well as continuing as Minister for the Modernisation of Agriculture, Native Land and Regional Development. We are glad that you are able to be here to join us at our summit today and to share with us your thoughts on the modernization of agriculture in Sarawak, which I believe is an important aspect and a key priority for sustainable growth in the state. I have known the Honourable Minister for a long time, since your days in the Federal Cabinet as the Federal Minister for Environment and Natural Resources, and we are delighted you are now holding a very key and important position in the State Cabinet here. To save on time, may I now invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Amar to deliver his special address.
A very good morning. Salam sejahtera, salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Michael Yeo, President Kingsley Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific. Yang berhormat Datuk, my friend Datuk Sebastian Ting, Chiu Yu, Assistant Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, congratulations. Yang berbahagia Datuk Abang Ji Abdul Karim, Tun Abang Ji Upeng, President Sarawak Business Federation, distinguished guests, member of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm indeed very honored to be invited to this for lunch in this year Sarawak Investment and Business Summit. I guess we cannot have a free lunch, so I have to give a talk before I can have a lunch. I would like first to congratulate Tan Sri Michael Yeo and his team from the Kingsley Strategic Institute of Asia Pacific for successfully organizing this summit for the second consecutive year. I also want to thank Tan Sri for keeping Sarawak in mind in this conference, and by doing so, keeping Sarawak involved in part of the nation building. The theme of this year's summit, Sarawak gearing up for future growth and shared prosperity, is indeed very apt, particularly in line with objective of my ministry, the Ministry for Modernisation of Agriculture, Native Land and Regional Development, as there are many opportunities that have come before us to bring about a bright future to be shared by all Malaysians in Sarawak. Yang Berhormat Datuk, ladies and gentlemen, one of the main development plan objective of the state under the leadership of Yang Berhormat Datuk Petinggi Abang Jo is to focus toward rural transformation, which is reflected in our development by an extraordinary budget. For 2019, the state budget was Ringgit Malaysia 11 billion, of which 9.073 billion or 76% is for development, perhaps the highest record in Sarawak history. Ringgit Malaysia 6.049 billion of the total development allocation is devoted to the development of the rural areas, which include building of roads, connectivity, connecting electricity, water supply into the area, interior kampong, and the implementation of the agriculture transformation program. Among the objective of this transformation program was to eradicate the remnant of poverty, especially in the rural areas. At the moment, our incidence of poverty is 0.6%. we have succeeded in reducing the incidence of poverty from 59% in 1970 to 0.6% today. We also want to make sure that the income gap between the urban and rural areas continue to be addressed and to be narrowed. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to eradicate poverty, the basic infrastructure such as access to water, electricity, roads are very crucial. Equally important is to transform the agriculture sector. Today, Sarawak achieved 99% for coverage for electricity and water in urban areas, while in rural areas, the government has achieved 61% for treated water supply, and 90% of rural areas have access to electricity. To achieve this, state government has set a goal that by 2025, we can have 100% coverage of both electricity and water supply. To achieve this, the state government have approved an implementation budget for various rural electrification and water supply grid projects throughout Sarawak. For rural electricity supply, government have allocated 2.37 billion, and for the water supply is 2.852 billion respectively. This is all state budget, and I'm sure if some of you are contractor, have seen some of the tender or have won some of the tender now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Modernisation of Agriculture, Native Land and Regional Development, main objective is to focus in rural transformation is to have an agriculture transformation program. And Yang Mahathir Ketua Menteri has set a target that Sarawak should be the net food exporter by 2030. Sarawak import of food produce has also grown at a faster rate. In 2010, we import around 2.9 billion, 2010, and now we have a net import of 3.8 billion in 2018. Export food produce have grown but much lower, grow from 0.7 billion in 2010 to 1 billion in 2018. So we have a big gap. Maybe you are interested what are the products that are exported by Sarawak. I'm only taking the big item. For example, maize. We are importing 340 million. In spite of the big land we have, we still import just a big number. For fish, shellfish, and the rest, we are importing 365 million. Dairy and product, we are importing 242 million. Meat and edible meat, we are importing 169 million. One of the biggest imports are edible product. Agriculture produce is 1 billion. So from there you can see the potentials of. That's why we have a deficit of 3.86 billion. Our main export in 2018 is live animal, 46.8 million. We are exporting 1,200 live pig to Singapore every week, and we hope to increase that more. There's a big potential. Those of you interested in the livestock, especially in the pig industry, that is one of the areas that we are encouraging. And for the fish and shellfish, we are exporting 136 million. And the animal feed, we are exporting 230 million. So those are so our trade balance for 2018 for the food product, we have a deficit of 3.8 billion. So we can see there's a big potential if we can reverse it to zero, the multiplier effect on the economy, on the country, on the income of rural areas, as well as business opportunity will be very tremendous. On the self-sufficiency level, Sarawak, we have 100% self-sufficiency level for its pig industry. For fish, we are 98%. Poultry and egg, 90%. Fruit and vegetable, 57%. Rice, we only, SSL, only 51%. Our tanah is very luas, tapi tak pandai tanam padi. Beef, 11%. Mutton, 7%. However, Sarawak, we have potentials. We have our competitive advantage. One, we have a lot of land. Number two, we are free from biosecurity issues. And of course, we are a very strategic location. And our rainfall is average between 4,000 to 5,000 mm per year. Sarawak land mass, land area is 124,449 square kilometers. And there are only 2.9 million people occupying Sarawak. Compared to West Malaysia land area of 131,587 square kilometers, and your population is 22.5 million, if I'm not wrong. Thus, Sarawak still have a vast area of land for agriculture development. We have estimated that 2 million hectares are available for development of food crops, for coconut, for pineapple, for all other food crops. The state government has decided that we are not going to issue any more provisional lease on the state land for oil palm plantation. The state government is also capping the development of oil palm to 2 million hectares. So that's why now we are encouraging more toward food crops for the next development. Our 2 million hectares are mainly within we have developed state regional development areas. And there are about 7 regional development areas. Upper Jang Development Agency, Highland Development Agencies, Northern Regional Development Agencies, and these 3 agencies are under recorder. The boss is just walking, Datuk Ismawi. And we have integrated regional Samarahan Development Agencies. We have Sadok Agropolitan, Food Basket Area, and Pig Farming Area. So you can see we have segmentized the area. On each area, for example, our Highland Development Agencies is something like in Cameron. It's a very cold weather and can go into some other temperate crops down there. The other comparative benefit that Sarawak have is that we are on an island. So we are free from major biosecurity issues. Sarawak is free from foot and mouth diseases, FMD. So then that's why we can export our livestock to Singapore. We also free from African swine fever. And to us, to keep Sarawak free from African swine fever is very, very important. That's why if any one of you bringing any pork product into Sarawak, our immigration sadly have to stop because that is a risk. You know, this African swine fever have reached Philippines and Vietnam, so it's not very far from us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sarawak government is strengthening the agriculture supply chain by using modern and precision farming to increase production, setting up more collection, processing, and packaging centers, strengthening agriculture research and development. We are providing venture capital for agropreneurs and strengthening our farmers' organization. And we are setting up agro-park for a new entrant into who need land. In line with the theme of Sarawak gearing up for future growth and shared prosperity in the long term, the government is determined to be a net food exporter by 2030, while diversifying and increasing the income of the rural people of Sarawak. Leveraging on our comparative advantage, including ample land, precision farming, hardworking workforce, and enthusiastic participation of the private sector, we are confident that our ambition to be a net exporter of food by 2030 will be a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the main driver of our agriculture transformation program are our strong partnership with the private sector. There are more for me to elaborate on the opportunities for Sarawak has to offer in agriculture through our policies and various programs. But I would like to leave, I think you are already hungry, it's 12:30 now. I will leave it to that, be it for fruits, vegetable, livestock, poultry or even technology. And there are plenty of opportunities in agriculture in Sarawak. So today I'm inviting entrepreneurs, please come to Sarawak. We are investor friendly and we facilitate your entry to assist us so that Sarawak will achieve its objective of net exporter of food product, and you also achieve your idea to prosper in agriculture sector. Thank you very much.